Hey everyone, we are the Gratitude Girls.
Gratitude girls are in the house. Hi, Lori. How are you?
Hi, Catherine. I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. I see that we both got the memo.
We did, right? Except you got your flowers for, well, I shouldn't say a better reason, but because it's your birthday. Birthday
Thank
month.
you. Thank you. Yes. And you have yours because you're loved every day. So they're both really good reasons. I thought I'd bring one of my bouquets on, which were tulips, just perfect for spring as it snowed here in Canada today. And yours look like they're full of love. Yeah. Well, this training tonight is going to be full of love, and it's going to be about how we engage, not get engaged, but engaged. Let me introduce myself before we get started. My name is Catherine Asaro Myers, affectionately known as Rara is in the house, and it is my birthday month, and we are celebrating. I am here with my amazing partner who handles the tech, and she makes sure that everything we do is right on track as she's doing it right now. Lori Delk-Radecki, and Lori is broadcasting to you live tonight from a little town outside of Columbia, Tennessee. And I'm broadcasting to you from a little town called Niagara-on-the-Lake in Ontario, Canada. We want to talk to you tonight about how social are you? Lori, are you social on social?
Very much so.
This is something that we both do very, I think I would say innately. It's really natural for us. It's not a big stretch, yet there are certain etiquettes and certain rules of things to say, and I guess things not to write, because I don't know if you're going to say it unless you're doing a live like we are. So let's cover a few topics in 10 minutes. I'll share a real live story, and then perhaps, Laura, you can feed, into that. And as our audience tonight, think about if you're listening or watching right now, you're on social media. So if you're on social media, you're guilty, like we are, of being right here. So what do you do when someone makes a comment to you? Well, currently, I had a birthday the other day, and I have hundreds of messages. Now, that's not to say like, oh, yay, I have hundreds of messages. It just happens to be that I do. And instead of just, a little heart, or instead of some small acknowledgement, I chose to connect with each person in a private message, whatever the platform. Facebook. So we'll talk about Facebook. We won't mention any other platforms, but you know what they are. If you sent a message to me or you said something, not only did I show some love and comment on the post, but I went outside of that box. Now, Laura, you know the value of this, right? Because it's not just saying, yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you bothered to take the time to say something to me for my birthday, I'm going to bother, which isn't a bother, but bother to take the time to ask you how you are. Now, I had some specific questions that I was curious. Some people I hadn't heard from in years, and some people I spoke to, and there were things I didn't know, and I wanted to catch up with them and open engagement. And you know what happens when you do that? It leads to a question like, hey, you want to get together? Want to talk? You want to have a conversation? All from someone going onto social media. So, Lori, how social are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am very, and I do the same thing. I am in people's inboxes all the time because that's it. When you know, yeah, you can, it's important to like people's posts or actually even love people's posts, right? Because the love is even just a step above, right? It just makes you feel better, right? If you love lots of people's posts. So, if somebody loves on your post, it makes you feel good. So, love on other people's posts. So just scroll social, and love on lots of people's posts. That's something easy you can do when you're watching a movie or whatever, right? But when you go in people's inboxes and you connect with them and you have that conversation, then one, it increases your algorithms and makes your profile show on their page more. So if you're marketing, that's a good thing for you. But also, if you have that conversation with them, it's going to make them feel good, right? Because when you talk to people, when people come up and talk to you, it makes you feel good, right? So if you make a conversation with them, it's going to make them feel good, right? And so don't you want to make people feel good?
You do that so well. And you hit a few topics that I just want to touch on. Liking does not enlighten the algorithms. Love does. Algorithms, let's talk about putting a post up there. So if I put a picture of my birthday cake or a picture of myself, whatever I put up there to show that I was grateful, thankful, in my messaging in each social media platform. So we're going to stick to Facebook, even though this may end up somewhere else and you may be listening on another platform. If you or I put another link to another platform, to a sign up, to our website, to another social media platform, to where you want people to go and register, if you put that in your content, you are going to get crushed by the algorithms. So if we say link is in the first comment, if it's off that platform, that's how you'll save yourself. If it's Facebook to Facebook, like you can notice what we did on our personal page, we put the link in the content because it's sending you to another Facebook group. Facebook loves that. The algorithms love that. Any of the other platforms, as long as you're keeping someone on that platform. What does social media dislike? They dislike when you say, go over there, go away. What do they like? They like when you say, come over here. So if you're making the post, and we're all making posts, and it's easy to forget. I forget. Sometimes I have to go back and do that, even though I think it's embedded in my brain. Keep the links out of the comments unless they're on the exact platform that you're on. Once you put that other link up there, you reduce your chances of your posts performing, and therefore you will have less people to communicate with. And then Lori created some great points. Love and get into the inbox to bump up the algorithms. Okay, did you catch that? Go into the inbox to bump up the algorithms. Can you talk about that just one more time, Lori? Because I don't know if everybody really understands the value of going into that direct message.
Yes. So if you want your post to be seen, so you know how like when you scroll your Facebook and you a lot of times only see a certain amount of people's posts, right? So you might have 1,000 friends or 5,000 friends, but you only see maybe 50 different people in your feed as you're scrolling. Depending on how long you stay on Facebook scrolling, depends on how many you're going to see also. But when you are inboxing back and forth with someone, that tells Facebook's algorithms that that person wants to hear from you. So therefore, your feed will show in their feed and vice versa when
Perfect.
They're responding back with you.
Such a great tip. And also make sure that you mark that person friend as favorite. So the default is favorite. Okay, looking at the time, we could talk about this forever. There's so much more information that we can share with you. So how social are you on social media? Get with us, give us a call. We'll give you some more great tips. Lori, where are we going next? Let's tell our audience how to get with us in 10 seconds.
Yes, we are going into our private dining room. So if you don't know about that, that's where we meet with our private coaching clients. So go to gratitudegirls.com/coaching. You can find out more information there. Inbox us at facebook.com/gratitudegirls and find out about our special for this month for Rara's birthday. And we'll see you next week, everyone. Good night.
Ciao.